Look around you. Rich girls don't marry poor boys. She's mine.
Your face is familiar. Weren't you in the 3rd Division during the war?
Oh, yes, the 9th Battalion.
I was in the 7th.
Excuse me.
I knew you looked familiar. Having a good time, old
Oh,
sport?
the whole thing's incredible. I live just next door. He sent me an actual invitation. Seems I'm the only one. I still haven't met Mr. Gatsby.
No one's met him. They say he's 3rd cousin to the Kaiser and 2nd cousin to the devil.
I'm afraid I haven't been a very good host, old sport. You see, I'm Gatsby.
His smile was one of...
The Great Gatsby. Is it a story about from rags to riches? Is it a story about love? Or is it a story about pain? When I saw The Great Gatsby score a meager 7.2 on IMDb, I wanted to approach each and everyone that gave it a bad score and tell them why I think it's an easy 8.1. Now, I am not going to just repeat the storyline of the movie. I want to delve deep into the psyche of who Jake Gatsby really was. For this, let us analyze a very famous scene that left many people wonder why Daisy picked Buchanan and not Gatsby. First off, you would do me a big favor if you would subscribe to the channel. This will help out the channel greatly. Now let's get to it.
She's leaving you.
Nonsense!
I am, though!
No, she is not leaving me.
Now we know that Buchanan doesn't really love Daisy like that. This is more about his ego and narcissism that cannot tolerate to lose to someone like Jay Gatsby.
He's certainly not for a common swindler like you. Mr. Gatsby, exactly who are you, anyhow? You see, I have made a small investigation into your affairs. You're one of my Wolfsheim's bunch.
Please, let's go home.
See, he and this Wolfsheim, they bought up a lot of drugstores and sold bootlegged alcohol over the counter.
What about it, old sport?
Don't you call me old sport. And this drugstore business is just small change compared to this bond stunt that you and Wolfsheim have got going on.
Your friend Walter Chase isn't too proud to come in on
Oh,
this.
I've been giving that some thought. How does a reputable banker like Walter Chase find himself up to his eyeballs in debt?
I'll tell you how.
To a little kite like Wolfsheim.
It's called greed, old sport.
That's right. And you have half of Wall Street out there swilling your free booze at that fun park every weekend. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to drag you in.
My God, he has.
He's got nothing to do
With your little racket.
Daisy, can't you see who this guy is? With his house, and his parties, and his fancy clothes. Here's just the front for Wolfsheim, gangster.
Here we can see his internal struggle when Buchanan lifts the veil layer by layer, not just to Daisy and to the group, but also to Gatsby himself.
To get his claws into respectable folk like Walter Chase.
The only respectable thing about you, old sport, is your money. Your money, that's it. I have just as much as you. That means we're equal.
Oh, no. We're different.
This is him trying to save his self-esteem that is just being shattered here. The illusion that he built up in his mind that they would all be coming from the same background as long as they make equal amounts of money.
I am, they are, she is. We're all different from you. You see, we were born different. It's in our blood.
Steal nothing that you do, or say, or steal, or dream up. You ever taste that?
A girl like this.
You shut up! You shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And now he did it. All the pain and suffering and trauma that Gatsby was running away from just resurfaced. The old self, the inner child who is still in pain, comes out and tells Buchanan to stop it because it hurts. What he's actually looking at is himself, fighting himself. The anger is geared at the part of him that he believed vanished, buried somewhere beneath all the riches and prestige that came with it.
Gatsby looked in that moment as if he had killed a man.
My sincerest apologies. I seem to have lost my temper.
That's right, Mr. Gatsby. Show us some of those fine Oxford manners.
Daisy, darling, none of this has any consequence. Daisy, talk to me, darling. I just lost my temper, that's all.
He began talking excitedly, but with every word, Daisy was drawing further and further into herself.
And Buchanan had won. Now she saw who he really was, behind the facade. Maybe she thought he might project his anger at her at some point. He was so confident about his win that he even allowed Gatsby to drive Daisy home. And Daisy now saw a side of Gatsby that she had never seen before. She saw his pain, his vulnerabilities, that he was ashamed of. Now, if this was a story about love, Daisy would have looked past that. But The Great Gatsby is not a story about love. It's a story about pain. And this is why Daisy went back to Buchanan.
He knew his mind would never again be free to romp like the mind of God. That falling in love would change his destiny forever.
And I just let myself go.
She blossomed for him like a flower. And the incarnation was complete.
I knew it was a great mistake for a man like me to fall in love.